It's still Saturday, 29th of April 2017 in America, and in a few of my videos that I was making over the last day or two, I've been saying that it sort of made sense to me that if there was going to be a tornado, it would probably be on the Saturday. And I related that to Nathan Breeze, who is an Australian boy from Victoria. And the news coming out of America now, or out of Texas, is that a large tornado has hit the town of Canton, which is east of Dallas. One person was killed and 49 were injured. So as it says, a large tornado hit the town of Canton, Texas on Saturday evening. One body has been found in a field near where the tornado was in progress, and at least 49 people were injured in Canton. At least one person died when a large tornado left major damage in the Texas town of Canton, east of Dallas, Saturday evening, according to emergency officials. The twister tore through parts of the town at about 6 p.m. and the National Weather Service issued a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning to alert residents. Minutes after the tornado moved away from the town, the National Weather Service reported major damage. A car dealership was demolished and vehicles were flung into the air and landed on an adjacent highway. According to KLTV.com, the Ben Wheeler Volunteer Fire Department confirmed a body was found in a field in Canton as residents began to clean up the damage. And as I've already said, at least 49 people were injured. And there's a photo of some of the damage that was done by this tornado on Saturday evening. Canton, Texas had to deal with 3 tornadic storms, and you can see this is being reported on the 30th of April. So parts of the US have now ticked over to Sunday, and here we have damage on Highway 19 on 2909 near Canton in front of Sides P Farm. And during the event, a storm chaser said getting reports of small debris falling 30 to 50 miles downstream of Canton from the massive tornado. If you find any items like pictures, keep them. We'll find a way to get those back to the victims. Canton is a town of about 3,500 people located some 50 miles east of Dallas. The town is home to the First Monday Trade Days market, where thousands of people were camping out this weekend, and on the final weekend of every month. A second twister was in progress near Canton. A few minutes later, the tornado tracked northeast into the town of Emory, where emergency managers reported damage. The extent of that damage wasn't immediately known. Another tornado was reported in the Caney City area just minutes earlier, and an unknown number of people were injured, according to a National Weather Service report. And there's some additional photos at the bottom of the article showing some of the damage that's been done from this event. Here we have telephone poles are knocked down along a road in Oklahoma City after severe weather on Saturday 29th of April 2017. And this was actually from straight line winds apparently, not from a tornado. It just shows you the power that storms can have, even when the wind is not tornadic. So there's a tree that's gone into a house. A tree damaged this home in Oklahoma City, again on the 29th of April. This photo is showing floods in Illinois. All these photos are from the 29th of April. A man walks by the toppled iconic structural arch that welcomed visitors to the annual Oklahoma State Fair. Severe thunderstorms have toppled tree limbs and power lines and caused minor flooding across Oklahoma. So yeah, that's a big piece of debris there. Guy struggling with his umbrella. Floodwaters. Flooding in Oklahoma City, and power lines damaged by winds. This is in Illinois. Flooded area in Arkansas, that is. Damage to a tree. Flooding in Illinois. Again from Oklahoma. Illinois. Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. Flooding in Illinois. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. And this here is in Missouri. Illinois. Oklahoma City. Illinois. Oklahoma City. Illinois. Oklahoma City. They like to mix up the photos, don't they? This flooding is in Illinois and Missouri. More wind damage in Oklahoma City. Again, Oklahoma City. And the same. And this is flooding in Arkansas. More wind damage in Oklahoma City. And the same. And the same. And some more. This is flooding in Arkansas. Back to Oklahoma City and wind damage. Flooding also in Oklahoma City. And more wind damage. And there's a shot from Arkansas. Missouri. Obviously the trees haven't fared too well in Oklahoma City from this event. And that's flooding in Missouri. Oklahoma City. And this one's from Ohio. Again, Oklahoma City. And just a creek in Missouri. So yeah, most of these photos here are from Oklahoma City, as you can see. And some from, this one's from Missouri. And Arkansas. Oklahoma City. And this is Arkansas. And Missouri. and another shot from Missouri, and finally a downed tree in Oklahoma City. So it gives you a bit of an idea of the kind of damage. Well, there's been much worse than that, obviously, with a lot of injuries and at least one person killed.
Look at this amazing damage in Oklahoma City. This was from straight line wind last night, if you can believe that. Look at that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would probably walk up to that and think, that's got to have been a tornado, right? No, the Weather Service has surveyed it. They said it was straight line wind. Look at that. That's actually the stands from the stadium across the street. So it doesn't always have to be a tornado. When we say we got damaging wind coming, straight line wind damage and stuff like that, it's a pretty big deal. Hey, we've got more severe weather that's going to last through the overnight and into tomorrow as well. I want to time out some of this stuff for you because I know we've been talking a lot about the flooding, and that's definitely a huge story and likely the biggest story here, but I don't want you to let your guard down across other parts of the country where you haven't been dealing with as much flooding. Places like, East Texas, parts of Louisiana, where we've got that chance for some straight-line damaging wind tonight, some hail. Could see a tornado or two. The tornado threat overall is pretty low. The good news for northwest Arkansas, the Ozarks, southwest Missouri, places like that, is that overnight the storms will move toward the east. The storms will be at about the Mississippi River by 3 a.m., and they start to roll into the Tennessee Valley by the time we get to Sunday. So that's where our severe threat's going to be for Sunday. Probably not quite as big of a severe threat as what we've had over the last couple of days, but still, remember I was saying at the beginning, straight line winds are still a pretty big deal. That's what we're going to have tomorrow. Now, through Monday morning, we're expecting a lot of rain in these spots, so keep in mind the flooding is still by far the biggest story.
And yeah, there you have it. And the dates that I flagged to begin with were, of course, the 30th of April.
It is an absolute mess in the Ozarks right now.
30th of April and the 1st of May. So that sums it up.